The Supreme Court of Pakistan has suspended the Peshawar High Court and the Election Commission of Pakistan's order for allocating reserved parliamentary seats. The orders dated March 4th had made the allocation of reserved parliamentary seats on the basis of proportional representation. A three-judge bench led by Justice Mansoor Ali Shah called for constitutional interpretation of the issue, postponing further proceedings until June 3rd. Saudi Arabia's Deputy Investment Minister Ibrahim Al-Mubarak has emphasized Pakistan's status as a key economic and investment priority. He made the comments during the Pakistan-Saudi Arabia Investment Conference in Islamabad that was attended by a 50-member delegation from KSA. Al-Mubarak highlighted Pakistan's strategic importance due to its demographics, location, and resources, expressing the kingdom's intention to strengthen bilateral relations. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, chairman of the PPP, is likely to become Pakistan's foreign minister again as the PPP and the ruling PMLN finalize a power-sharing arrangement. The transition is being coordinated with the outgoing foreign minister Ishaq Dar, who will become the deputy prime minister and relocate to the prime minister's office. The PPP's formal induction into the cabinet is expected before the next budget presentation in early June. An International Monetary Fund mission is set to visit Pakistan this month to negotiate a new, longer-term financial aid program. It comes as the government begins its budget planning for the upcoming financial year, which will be presented by June 30th. After avoiding default with a short-term $3 billion program, Pakistan is seeking at least $6 billion to stabilize its $350 billion economy. The Israeli military has issued evacuation orders for areas east of Rafah, prompting some Palestinian families to leave. The Israeli army has said on Monday it was evacuating about 100,000 people from eastern Rafah ahead of an expected ground assault in the southern city of Gaza. This move is part of a limited operation by Israel 7 months into its offensive against Hamas, which it claims is concentrated in Rafah. In-person classes that were suspended at the University of California, Los Angeles will resume from Monday. The classes were earlier suspended after clashes between pro-Palestinian protesters, police, and pro-Israel counter-demonstrators. UCLA, which shifted to online classes after police dispersed a large encampment, announced the return to normal operations through the upcoming week. The Hezbollah group announced it has launched dozens of Katyusha rockets at the Israeli Nafah base in the occupied Golan Heights on Monday. This action was in retaliation for an earlier Israeli strike in eastern Lebanon, which wounded 3 people and targeted a Hezbollah military compound, according to Lebanese official media and the Israeli army. More than 265,000 people from 169 countries participated in the 11th Wings for Life World Run, uniting under the theme Running for Those Who Can't. Participants included runners, walkers, and wheelchair users at 345 locations worldwide, or individually via an app. The event raised a record €8.1 million for spinal cord injury research. Polling stations in Panama closed on Sunday, marking the start of ballot counting in a hotly contested presidential election. Jose Raul Mulino is among the top contenders in an 8-candidate race. The election will decide the presidency and 885 legislative seats, with no single party expected to dominate the legislature. In southern Brazil, heavy rains caused severe flooding in Rio Grande do Sul state, affecting over 2/3 of its nearly 500 cities and displacing more than 115,000 people. At least 78 people have died due to the floods, which also triggered landslides and damaged a hydroelectric dam. Local authorities and volunteers in canoes used speedboats to rescue residents stranded without food or water.